Did the world wars, revolutions, and big events of human history evolve naturally, or were they calculated and pre-planned? If they
Love and harmony. Hi. Do you know the three cities that ruled the world?
What?
You know the three cities that ruled the world?
No.
District of Columbia, Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
the Vatican, and inner city London. The cross, the crown, and the sword. That's how they ruled.
What's the last one?
Inner city London. That's
Oh,
the
London,
crown.
yeah.
That's the money. It's not part of the Queen, but they own 300 foreign banks and 70 of American banks.
Yeah.
And in 1826, they made the United States of America a British Crown colony, or United States Corporation under a British Crown colony, under Lex Forius, Roman law, and it has nothing to do with our Constitution. What do you think we ought to do with these people if that's true that have been lying to us all this time? I'm a combat veteran, dude. What do you think we ought to do?
What to do with them or what to do to change it? I think
either one. Get rid of them and we change it.
Yeah.
Ow! 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 Hey, thanks. Do it again. Got my dick hard, dude.
Oh boy, what's that?
Hey, that's what we were just saying.
No, see,
People,
then-
all their
see,
things
that-
on sex, you know?
Okay, we don't need to repeat the French Revolution and kill all these bastards afterwards, but maybe let them work somewhere for a while. Let them pick cotton or grapes or strawberries.
Yeah, that
or
would be a great one.
apples,
Yeah.
you know.
36 of our presidents related to the Queen of England, back to Amin Ra.
I know, it's all a few families do, you know, for themselves. Nothing has ever changed since, feudal Europe or anything.
For thousands of years, since
Yes.
Atlantis and Lemuria. Right on, you're a pretty hip dude.
So, and you guys, what are you doing?
We're
This is a
community
project.
TV, and
Oh, you are.
this is my show Santa Cruz, and it's on every night at 9 o'clock on Saturdays, but
Yeah.
that's all changing because these guys are getting rid of free communication, so they're shutting down community TV, and we're going through some things. They took away all the voting things and all that for the community and
Yeah.
stuff, so
Can't get information really, you know. KPFA is one of the few sources on the radio. Right, but this area, huh? They are now, I have to pay close attention then, you know. I see sometimes when somebody wants to say something and it goes in the right direction, you know, all of a sudden somebody speaks in and says, oh, and what about that? You know, I have noticed that kind of maneuvers on the interviews. More cautious, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't give a shit anymore, you know, because...
those 3 stars down there are on the flag of Washington, D.C., the 3 cities that rule the world. The Ares war god goes all the way back to Egypt, and the fascist eagles are from Egypt, Rome, Hitler, all the way up.
Yeah, I thought
What do they think?
Looked like a bank building when they were putting.
What do they have in plan for us here? What do they have in store for us that they're going to sit up there and Heil? I seen these guys in this thing wearing the white togas, you know, of Rome and stuff, and all these guys. It's like, man, these guys are sick.
So where were you fighting as a
Vietnam.
in
62
Vietnam?
to 65.
In Vietnam, huh?
I was
Yeah.
in the Navy, and we were on an ammunition ship.
Yeah.
So we were
See,
stopped.
the movement against the Vietnam War and civil rights at the time and whatnot gave me hope for America. That's why I came, you know. And then slowly but sure, well, not so slowly, but since '75, I've been watching. Oh man, it's changing, and I recognize I'm from Germany, our past history. I see the parallels of things that are going on, and yeah, it's very, very frightening in a way.
The last 8 years of the Bush regime caused more damage to civil rights in America than any other administration in our history.
All right.
So there we are.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a
All
good
right,
day.
have a good
The
one.
question is, what should we do?
What do we do?
I think a lot is going on the internet.
Yeah.
You see, and a lot of people that are hip and IT types, you know, they also see it, you know, they perceive it, and they have means of playing on that level. It's not out in the streets. It's not out in the streets anymore, you know. I know. It's the biggest threat. It's the biggest threat at all, you know. That it's that space is free and available, and people can operate there.
There's a lot of countries in our world right now that limit access to certain things on the internet. People in China only have certain access to certain things. People in Iran only have certain access to certain things, and it's just a matter of time before that happens here. The government already has the right to shut down all of our telephone, all of our TV, all of our any sort of communications when they deem it's a terrorist threat. So they don't have to have an actual terrorist attack or any sort of real justification. They just have to deem that there might be one.
Any kind of people inside that want to reform things and are a little bit more radical, maybe protesting, by God, that could be considered terrorism as well. That's where the parallels are with Germany too.
What happened is now the government has passed a mandate. Obama's passed a mandate that anybody that raises arms against the United States, whether they're a citizen on this country or off, can be shot without any sort of jurisdiction, justification, which is exactly like Germany.
I think personally that if everybody quit paying their taxes, we'd shut them down.
Maybe.
But how are you going to get to quit paying their taxes? It's got to be an all or everything. But with 1 year of the war budget, we could feed and clothe the basic needs of for 300 years of the world. What do you think? It's all good, huh?
Yeah, he's in bliss.
That's right. Yeah, what's your name?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Bobby. We're going to be on Santa Cruz and on TV. You want to be on TV? Is that cool? No? Oh, there went that one. All right. Hey, thank you, my friend. Bye-bye. Hi, you know the 3 cities that rule the world, or do you care? The 3 cities that rule the world. You can check it out on YouTube, but go ahead.
Yeah, I would say Manhattan, Paris, and San Francisco.
The inner city London is the crown, the Vatican is the cross, and Washington, D.C. is the sword, the cross, crown, and the sword. Those 3 stars are the flag at Washington, D.C. They made the United States of America a corporation under British Crown law. We're a British Crown colony here. The fascist Aries war sign and the fascist eagles are up here. These are the 3 city-states that run the world.
Well, very good. Thank you.
What do you think we ought to do about it?
I think we should continue to run the world.
Hi, old Obama. That's funny. Yeah, I'm good. Huh? Okay, let's see if we get something here. Hey, you know who the 3 cities that rule the world? Anybody want to know? The 3 cities that rule the world.
No, okay, what 3 cities rule the world?
District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. is the sword. The Vatican is the cross, and inner city London is the crown. The crown's not the queen, that's the Rothschilds. They own 300 foreign banks and 70 of our banks. In 1826, they made the United States of America a corporation under Lex Floria law, which is Roman law. And you can go on YouTube and see their flags and everything that they're displaying right here. And that's treason. I'm a combat veteran. What do you think we ought to do about that? I mean,
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Just let them keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, and so you're into paying taxes and with the biggest war machine ever, and all these presidents are related to Hitler, the Queen, all the way back, and they want to rule us, and you are going to be the slaves.
Which presidents are
All of
related
them.
to Hitler?
All of them.
They're all
36.
related to
Yeah,
Hitler?
you can see that on YouTube.
Fascinating.
And also more than that, Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, and all that. That's their son was the infamous JC, Jesus Christ, the last pharaoh. You can see all this on YouTube. It's fact. 3 cities rule the world.
This is very interesting. I feel like I'm on candid camera, except I can see your camera.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, really, huh? We are on candid camera, man. Hi, you know who the 3 cities are that rule the world? Come on over here, darling. Come on over here.
I have no idea who you are referencing.
Inner city London is the crown. The cross is the Vatican, and the sword is the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. They have their own flags, their own country, their own laws and everything, their own prisons. And the three cities' flags have the 3 stars on it. And then they have the Roman or the Egyptian all the way back Ares, the god of war. And then they have the fascist eagles right up here that they've had from Hitler and all the way back and stuff. And then so you didn't know that about the 3 cities. You know YouTube and Google YouTube and stuff?
I don't have a lot of time for that because I work.
9-minute video.
You ever seen a flick called Zeitgeist? Zeitgeist?
Yeah, the ZD's coming out. That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I just had never heard it referenced as the 3 C's.
Yeah, the 3 city-states that rule the world, and they're not part of our country. That's treason.
Neither is the Federal Reserve.
Well, they're part. The Crown
They're
and
just private equity firms, you know? That's all they are. Yeah.
The Crown in London owns 300 foreign banks and 70 of our banks. All the gold in Fort Knox is the Pope's, and inner city London. That's all the Pope's money. Gold.
Germany's had a bunch of it stashed over here ever since World War II. They're taking it back now.
They're trying to.
Yeah.
And so are the Jews.
Yeah, well, what do you do?
Which Germans? The Nazis or the real ones? All right, thanks. We done? We're done. That's enough interviews. We're having fun. Does anybody want to know the 3 cities that ruled the world? You know the 3 cities that ruled the world? The 3 cities that ruled the world.
Don't know.
The District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., and the Vatican. And inner city London. Goodbye.